Nice. Nice. Oh, that was nice. Okay, rolling.
You're rolling.
Rolling.
Okay.
Another fundamental and super helpful technique is the pivot turn. And I'll tell you what, there's not much more satisfying than doing a pivot turn on the Stark. The reason they're so good on the Stark is because we have our brake here at our hand, not just sitting at the foot. So either way you do your pivot turns, they're gonna be consistent. I know on a gas bike, a lot of people say, well, I like to pivot turn left better because you can cover your brake. First thing is just getting, like the double blip, is getting used to lifting the front end of the Stark. Use your brakes, right, to compress the forks and then drive your weight back. So I'm going forward and backwards with my weight. And just something that small will help get you. Keith, they're gonna be sick watching that video how much you're moving the camera around.
Okay, I won't move it anymore.
They're gonna be like,
Sorry. I don't know what I'm doing.
that's okay. You want to get used to being able to lift the front on all kinds of different slopes. So here I'm on a little bit of a side hill, and being able to lift the front is important. The next step is learning the balance point and learning the points at which you can be on the gas or when you're about to come over. So a lot of times what I like to do is find a hill like this, not super steep, pull the front end up and just hold it there. And I'm holding a lot of this with gas, with the throttle. If I let my wrist down, we drop right away. Now we're gonna kind of demo an actual pivot turn itself. The important part of a pivot turn is throwing your weight over the bike on the hill. Now, depending on the terrain, it might look a little bit different when we're in certain areas. We might have to dab or reach over. But it's all kind of the same idea as lifting that front and turning up the bank. That's kind of the plan. We want to turn up the bank. When we're parallel with the hill, throw our weight over. Just like that.
Nice.
Same the other way. So that last one I got a little steep. And the main thing is being committed to the move. When you back out of your commitment, that's when you high side and do a nice little tumble down the hill. It's the drunk cameraman. He is drunk. Sometimes our pivot turns are going to be a little bit slower, right? So if we're on a really steep section, let's say we start the pivot turn and only get it here. You can pop the front end over, just like that, to get yourself lined up the other way. Another very nice technique is being off the bike. When you do pivot turns this way, you're a little safer to the possibility of high siding. And you throw your leg over, and off you go. A really good tip for when we do pivot turns off the motorcycle. Whatever side you're on, you should be on the high side at the start. Push your hip into the side of the bike. So if I'm doing a pivot turn up this way, and the bike's like here, I'm not gonna stand like this. I'm gonna take my hip and push it up against the bike because it helps you keep your center of gravity of the bike the right way. And you can climb back over and go this side. Smack your hip down and knock it over. Our test dummy. So watch his body position. He's gonna compress the forks and pull back. There it is. Get the front end up. Once again, throw his weight. See how he threw his weight, got his feet to the pegs? See him do one more. If it doesn't come around perfect the first time, that's just fine. Now he's out of range. Can barely see him. He's just gone. He's going.
Now, if you don't want to do a pivot turn, Greg, this is what you do?
If you don't want to do a pivot turn, this is what you do.
Okay. He just goes straight. What a gomer.
Just go straight up the damn hill. Just go straight up the damn hill. Well, we're on a good hill, so we can practice. That was easier. Do your pivot turn.
Okay.
Well, he's gonna do it. Pivot turn. He's gonna do it. You missed it.
Here we go.
I can't do it because you're laughing.
What was that?
It's called 20 horsepower, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Okay.
And I say it's a fundamental skill of hard enduro, is because it's the ability to maneuver our bikes in tighter sections that we wouldn't be able to maneuver otherwise. You have to get comfortable with the front wheel in the air. The other reason it's so useful is because that is where the most traction is, always. If you have your front tire in the air and can kind of be at least 1 foot on the peg, you will have the most traction to your rear wheel. When you're sitting, whatever, and not in a wheelie, it's easier to upset your rear tire. So pivot turns are a great way to get comfortable staying on the back wheel as we're going up hills. That way you can generate traction whenever you need it. I'll demo a slow wheelie on the back tire.
Okay, let's do it.
See how far I can go.
Okay. Oh. He's still going.
So I was able to maintain traction the whole time. And part of that is because of the throttle control and we're using the brake. But the other part is, of course, having all of our weight of the motorcycle and me on the back tire. My same message as the double blip technique still stands. If you need to drop horsepower to get more control of the bike, or you need to increase horsepower to get more snap of the bike, play with it. You don't always have to be sitting at a certain horsepower at all times. It's better to find maps that work very well for you so you can get used to your power delivery.
What power are you on right now?
I'm on 45. Now my regen is low. A low regen will help you roll with your rear tire better. What happens if we have too high of a regen, as we're trying to find that balance point, we let off the gas and the bike wants to drop. If your regen is low, let off the throttle and actually hold in that wheelie instead of wanting the bike to drop.
Right, okay.
We're adjusting the height of the front wheel using our rear brake. One other thing, everyone who's saying not having a clutch is a problem, I want you to think about how we use a clutch in a pivot turn. As we pull the lever towards the bar, we are reducing the amount of torque to the rear tire. As we let the lever out away from the bar, we're increasing the torque to our rear tire. The Stark Varg handbrake works on the exact same principle. As I pull my brake in, it's reducing the spin of the rear tire. As I let it out, the rear tire spins more freely.
Oh, I was going to film the flower.
Oh, flower. There's a flower right here. We call him Larson. Oh, almost high-sided right off rip.
What the heck
Okay,
am I doing?
do a good one to the right. Come on. There it is. Oh!
I'm not getting my weight over.
Jump off your leg, the one that's on the ground. Jump. There you go.
I'm getting tired. I'm doing this crap. Oh, I'm too tired.
Keith, you got to get a good one. Okay, here we go. Jump. Ah.
I didn't throw it over.
You gotta throw it over. Nice throw. There you go. So there you have it. My explanation, tips and tricks on how to pivot turn the Stark Varg. Next steps, you guys go get out there and practice your pivot turns. And drop a comment down below on some techniques you might want to see in the future from me. And if you like this content or my channel in general, why not hit subscribe? Thank you guys, and we'll see you in the next one.